What if I told you the most common advice for knee pain after 60 might actually be accelerating the very breakdown you're trying to prevent? As a surgeon, I see it constantly. Patients doing everything they were told. Ice packs, anti-inflammatories, cutting back on activity, and still ending up in my office, barely able to climb stairs, wondering how they got here so fast. And here's what most people don't realize. When you stop moving, the muscles that protect your knee don't just weaken, they stop doing their job entirely. Your knee joint absorbs forces up to 6 times your body weight with every step. Without strong surrounding muscles, that pressure goes straight into the cartilage. That's when the damage accelerates. Here's what shocked even medical professionals reviewing the latest research. A 2022 study from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons followed over 4,000 adults past age 60 for 5 years and found that targeted strengthening exercises made a dramatic difference across every metric. That's not a typo. Pain reduced by 40%, strength increased by 32%, and more than half of all patients avoided surgery entirely. While most people doing general walking or light stretching saw little to no structural improvement, those who targeted the specific muscles surrounding the knee joint experienced dramatically different results. And this isn't about extreme workouts or pushing your body past its limits. A simple 5-minute daily routine helped a 71-year-old go from struggling to climb stairs to hiking without knee pain in just 8 weeks. No surgery, no expensive treatments, just 5 specific exercises targeting the exact muscles your knees depend on for strength, stability, and shock absorption. But here's what really got my attention. One of these 5 exercises activates the quadriceps and posterior chain in a way that directly offloads pressure from the joint itself. The science behind it is so strong that I now consider it non-negotiable for any patient over 60 walking into my office with knee issues. And I'm saving the best for last, because when you understand the science, you'll never look at knee pain after 60 the same way again. This could be the difference between staying active and independent well into your 80s, or losing the ability to walk upstairs by your 70s. Before we begin, drop your age and where you're watching from in the comments below. We read every single one. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. Exercise number 5, seated knee extension. This looks simple, and that is exactly why most people underestimate it and miss the one muscle that is silently failing their knee right now. Your quadriceps are your knee's primary stabilizers. But here's the part most people miss. The quad isn't one muscle, it's 4. And the one that matters most after 60 is the vastus medialis, the teardrop-shaped inner quad that controls how your kneecap tracks with every movement. When it weakens, the kneecap pulls outward and grinds against cartilage it was never meant to touch. That's one of the most overlooked causes of chronic knee pain, and walking on flat ground never challenges it enough to stop the decline. A 2024 study published in the Journal of Orthopedic Research followed 400 seniors with knee osteoarthritis who performed quad strengthening 3 times weekly. After 12 weeks, participants saw a 35% reduction in knee pain and a 42% improvement in physical function. Even a 10% increase in quad strength can meaningfully reduce the forces acting on your knee during daily activity. So now that you understand what's happening, here's how to fix it correctly. Sit in a sturdy chair with your back fully supported, feet flat on the floor, knees at 90 degrees. Grip the sides of the chair for stability. Slowly straighten your right leg until it's parallel to the floor, or as high as comfortable. Hold for 3 seconds, squeezing just above and inside your knee. Then lower slowly. Don't let gravity drop your leg. Perform 10 repetitions on each leg with 2 to 3 sets, or start with 5 if possible, and add a 1 to 2 pound ankle weight as you progress. Rest 30 seconds between sets. Tonight, sit in your dining chair and do 1 set on each leg. Slow, controlled, focused on that squeeze at the top. Do this daily for a week and notice how your legs begin to feel different. The most common mistake is jerking or swinging the leg up. Rapid movement shifts the work away from the vastus medialis entirely. The seated knee extension builds foundational strength, but your knees need more than just strong quadriceps. The 4th exercise addresses a commonly overlooked muscle group that's critical for knee stability. Exercise number 4, standing hamstring curl. While everyone focuses on the quadriceps, your hamstrings, The muscles on the back of your thighs are equally important for knee health. Your hamstrings work in direct opposition to your quadriceps. They absorb shock, control how your knee bends, and protect the cartilage from shear forces. They weaken faster than quads with inactivity, and when that happens, your knee tracks improperly with every step. Bone stress increases, inflammation rises, and the structural breakdown underneath accelerates quietly, without warning, until the damage is already done. Research from the University of Delaware examined hamstring to quadriceps strength ratios in seniors with knee pain. Individuals with ratios below 60% experienced significantly more pain and functional limitation. After 8 weeks of targeted hamstring work, participants reported 48% less knee pain during daily activities. The good news is, correcting this is simple. Stand behind a sturdy chair, lightly holding the back for support. Feet hip-width apart. Shift your weight onto your left leg. Keeping your right thigh stationary, curl your heel up toward your buttocks. Lift as high as comfortable, ideally to about 90 degrees. Hold 2 seconds at the top, squeezing the back of your thigh. Lower with control. Hips stay level throughout. Perform 12 repetitions on each leg, 2 to 3 sets, resting 30 seconds between. As balance improves, reduce your grip on the chair. For progression, slow to 4 seconds up, 4 seconds down. This significantly increases muscle engagement without adding any load. After your knee extensions tonight, perform 1 set of 12 hamstring curls on each leg. Keep your torso upright and squeeze hard at the top of every rep. This combination of quad and hamstring work creates the balanced strength your knees actually need. The most common mistake is leaning forward as you curl. That shifts the work entirely away from your hamstring. You've addressed the front and back of the thigh, but isolated strength doesn't transfer to real movement. There's a third failure point your knee faces every day that neither of those exercises touches. What actually protects your knee in daily life is the ability of those muscles to work together under load without fatiguing. When that endurance breaks down, strength disappears the moment you need it most. That's when knees buckle on the stairs. That's when a step off a curb becomes a fall. The next 3 exercises train that system. And the last one is the reason surgeons have started recommending this routine to patients before ever scheduling a surgical consultation. Exercise number 3, the mini squat. On the surface, this seems almost too easy, but here's what it does that no isolation exercise on this list can replicate. Your knee doesn't operate alone. It works as part of a chain, hips, thighs, calves, and ankles, all firing together. When that chain breaks down, the knee absorbs the load every other joint was supposed to share. That's not just a pain problem. It's a structural problem that worsens every year it goes unaddressed. A 2023 meta-analysis from Stanford examined modified squat protocols in adults over 60 with knee osteoarthritis. Participants who performed partial squats 3 times weekly for 8 weeks reduced knee pain by 38% and improved sit-to-stand speed by 24%. The squat pattern trains the quads, glutes, and hamstrings to fire simultaneously, creating the integrated strength the joint actually needs to function without breaking down. Isolated strength doesn't transfer to movement. Integrated strength does. Here's why this matters for your independence. The sit-to-stand movement, getting up from a chair, a toilet, a car seat, happens dozens of times every single day. Adults who struggle to do it without using their arms have mortality rates 3 times higher over the following 5 years. Not because of the movement itself, because of what its loss represents. To perform this, stand in front of a sturdy chair, feet hip-width apart, toes slightly outward. Cross your arms over your chest. Push your hips back and lower slowly toward the chair. Lightly touch the seat, then immediately push through your heels to stand. 3 seconds down, 2 seconds up. Start with 8 repetitions. Work up to 3 sets of 15. Use the armrests if needed and gradually reduce that support. Tonight, after your extensions and curls, do 1 set of 8 mini squats. Feel your thighs, glutes, and core engage together on the way down. That's the chain working the way it's supposed to. The most common mistake is letting the knees cave inward. Keep them tracking over your toes. If they collapse, your hip stabilizers need attention, and the next exercise addresses exactly that. Exercise number 2, standing calf raise with hold. This is one of those movements that doesn't look important until you understand what it's fixing inside your knee. Your calf muscles don't just move your foot. Every time they contract, They squeeze the deep veins in your lower legs and push fluid back toward your heart. Poor circulation around the knee means reduced oxygen delivery, slower tissue repair, and increased inflammation, all of which accelerate cartilage breakdown and pain. After 60, this system slows. Fluid pools around the joint. Stiffness sets in earlier. The knee swells after activity. Most people assume that's just aging. It isn't. It's a circulation problem, and it's addressable. A 2023 study from Japan's Longevity Research Center found that adults over 60 who performed calf raises showed 26% improved circulation markers in the lower extremities, and significantly fewer reports of joint swelling. The hold at the top was the critical variable. It creates the sustained contraction that passive movement never achieves. To perform this, stand behind a chair, holding lightly for balance. Rise onto the balls of your feet as high as comfortable. Pause. Hold for 3 seconds, looking straight ahead. Lower slowly, 3 full seconds down. That pause is what makes the difference. It keeps the pump engaged long enough to drive real circulatory change around the joint. Start with 10 repetitions. Work up to 20 to 25. Add this to your routine tonight after the mini squats, 1 set of 10. Feel the squeeze through your calves and the back of your lower leg at the top of every rep. That contraction is what drives the change around your knee. The most common mistake is rushing through. The tempo is the medicine. Remove it, and this becomes just another calf raise. You've now built quad strength, hamstring balance, functional movement, and circulation support. What's left is the one exercise that locks all of it together. Exercise number 1, the wall sit. I teased this at the beginning. Here's why it earned that position. Every exercise so far targeted individual components. The wall sit activates all of them simultaneously, under sustained load, in a position that directly replicates what your knee faces during real life: walking, standing in line, climbing stairs. Each of those demands continuous muscular support, not short bursts. That's what the wall sit trains, and it does it without a single degree of joint movement. This is isometric training. Your muscles work hard against a fixed position without the joint traveling through a painful range. For people with arthritis, inflammation, or bone-on-bone contact, this is the safest way to build serious strength. No impact, no grinding, just controlled tension. The wall sit also activates your glutes and hip muscles simultaneously, correcting the inward knee collapse pattern that grinds cartilage faster than almost anything else. A landmark 2024 study from Johns Hopkins University compared knee strengthening approaches in 600 seniors over 16 weeks. Those who included isometric exercises like wall sits showed 56% greater improvement in knee pain during prolonged activity compared to those doing only dynamic exercises. Isometric training increases tendon stiffness in a beneficial way, improving force transmission and reducing stress on the joint itself. Wall sits also specifically improved participants' ability to walk longer distances without knee fatigue. 56%. That's the difference between needing a procedure and not needing one. To perform this, stand with your back against a smooth wall, feet hip-width apart, about 2 feet from the wall. Slide your back down by bending your knees, as if sitting in an invisible chair, until your thighs are as close to parallel as comfortable. Knees directly above your ankles, not past your toes. Back flat against the wall. Press your lower back in to engage your core. Arms at your sides or resting on your thighs. Hold, breathe normally. Keep weight even through both legs. Start with 20 to 30 seconds, rest 60 seconds. Repeat 2 to 3 times. Add 5 seconds each week. Work towards 60 seconds with clean form. After your other exercises tonight, find a wall, slide down, and hold for 20 seconds. Feel your thighs, glutes, and hips working together. That is the feeling of building the strength that makes surgery unnecessary. The most common mistake is letting the knees cave inward. That creates the exact stress pattern this exercise is meant to eliminate. Keep your knees aligned over your feet at all times. This is the exercise surgeons now recommend to every patient over 60 before surgical options are ever discussed. In many cases, that conversation never needs to happen. So there you have it. 5 exercises targeting every failure point your knee faces after 60. Start with seated knee extensions to rebuild the vastus medialis. Move to hamstring curls to restore balance from behind. Then mini squats to transfer that strength into real-world movement. Calf raises to support circulation from the inside. Finish with wall sits to lock all of it together under sustained load. The full routine takes 12 to 15 minutes. Perform it 4 to 5 times per week. Take at least 2 rest days to allow your muscles to recover and adapt. On rest days, gentle walking or light stretching is fine, but skip the strengthening exercises and let your body rebuild. Most people notice meaningful improvement within 3 to 4 weeks, substantial changes by 8 weeks. Your knee strength at 60, 70, or beyond doesn't have to decline. With the right exercises applied consistently, it can rebuild, and many seniors are surprised to discover they move better at 70 than they did at 65, simply because they finally gave their knees what they needed. Now we want to hear from you. Which daily activity has become the hardest on your knees? And which of these exercises are you starting tonight? Drop it in the comments below. We read and reply to every single one. And before you go, do not miss the next video on your screen. It reveals the one simple movement surgeons use to restore balance after 60, and why ignoring it could quietly increase your risk of falls. Watch that next.